What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Here on M Cubed, of course, I'm Schmook. Starting a little early because I got all my shit done, and I know maybe I should have just waited for the time, but I'm like, I want to go to my buddies to watch The Acolyte, which starts at 8, and I still need a shower. I came from the gym, worked all day, and I was able to finish my dinner, put all my groceries because I went grocery shopping as well. So this was, I was just able to get here a little bit earlier. So, with that out of the way, this is M Cubed. I'm Schmook, and I'm happy to be back. I know it's been a little bit, hasn't it? Uh, I mean, last week I should have said something, but I mean, I was at the lake. It was Memorial Day weekend, so kind of skipped out on the weekly stream. But I'm gonna try to make up for it this week because this one's going to be a little bit more like, whatever. We're just talking about a movie that just came out, talk about how it's doing, blah, 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 Furiosa, right? But tomorrow, we're going to be able to get some Star Wars content, which has been a while. We haven't had anything since Ahsoka. I mean, I guess we've had the Bad Batch and Tales of the Empire. I haven't watched either of those, though. If you guys recommend, please let me know. What's up, Sci-Fi? Good to be talking to you again, pal. It's always a good time. Um, Excuse me, my meal. If I have a belt or something, that's what it is. Ooh, had a good little Sandy from a place I used to work at. It's awesome, good place, but ooh, it doesn't do too great with the tum tum. But anyway, enough about my stomach issues. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's good. It's gonna be good to talk about a live action Star Wars show, or just Star Wars content in general. That's live action. Again, it's been a while, so we're gonna talk about that like tomorrow for sure because I want to give it because it comes out tonight at 8 p.m. my time, which is Central Standard Time. Um, I don't know when it comes out for you guys in the UK because I know we have a lot of UK listeners, but I assume it's pretty late, like 3 a.m. I guess I don't know, but that's what we had to do for Mando, so you guys can, yeah. But anyway, I don't want this to be all about Star Wars. 2 a.m. Damn. Yeah, I knew it'd be an early one, right? So I'm amped to be able to just go to my buddy's house and watch the 2 episode premiere. But we'll see. I'm not amped. I love some of the stuff I'm seeing is really cool though. I'm liking how the Sith person looks. Like the helmet design is dope. For anyone bitching about like the whip lightsaber, I mean that's some old school stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. Uh, and I think the cast is good too. So we'll see. We'll see. Again, I'm just not super optimistic because I've not been loving Lucasfilm outside of the animated sphere. I thought Ahsoka was decent. Of course, this is a Furiosa stream, so I'll get to talking about Furiosa here in a little bit. But um, yeah, just Star Wars hasn't been it. Yeah, I feel you, Sci-Fi. It's just I don't know. I guess you didn't let me know. Simple as that. No, but it's okay because I don't know what time he plans on doing that. I'm gonna be at my buddy's house watching this. I just want to do like a different kind of stream tomorrow as well, where like with his it's more like probably an afterthoughts. Mine's just like a discussion after there's some time to let it marinate. Um, but yeah, but we'll maybe if he lets me know, maybe if I have time, maybe I can sneak in for a little bit on my way home. Like it'll be one of those car streams I've been doing. But we'll see. It'll be dark out, so I don't think I'd have the best lighting. But we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, enough about the Acolyte. Tune in tomorrow. It'll probably be around, I'd say 5 or 5:30. I might do 5. Oh, it's just a watch party. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna be with my buddies anyway. So I'm hoping he can join me tomorrow for the stream. Because I'd love, I know Harris loves this stuff, so I think he'd be a great person to have on. I'll probably have my buddy Brad on. I don't know if he's coming to watch The Acolyte at my buddy Tom's house, but maybe I'll see if my buddy Tom wants to join if he's available. I know his work hours are pretty interesting, but regardless, I'd say around 5 or 5:30. I think that's when we will stream the after party, or that's not what I want to say. It's not afterthoughts, but just my I will say reaction, just discussion. It's just a discussion about the new Star Wars show. If we think, because here's the thing: after I watch these 2 episodes, I will and I'll probably watch next week's. But I hear that there's a big controversial thing in episode 3. So no matter what, we'll have at least one more stream for the Acolyte after tomorrow's. And if episode 3 is what people are saying it is, and I'm a huge Star Wars guy, and if I just don't fuck with it, I probably won't continue watching the show. So just be ready for that. But yeah, no matter what, it'll be nice to talk about some Star Wars content, right? Anyway, let me take a drink real quick. But it's been a while. It's been a while, guys. I feel a little rusty, But I have a little bit more free time now. I have a new work schedule. Been wanting to hit the gym, though, too. But, I mean, we should still be able to have comic adaptations weekly. If I like the Acolyte, I'll also do that Star Wars stream weekly. So we'll try to have 2 streams a week moving forward. We just don't have a ton of comic book content. So that's why I haven't been doing comic adaptations weekly. I still never got around to watching Invincible. I hear a lot of mixed things on that. Maybe we'll give it a shot eventually, but regardless, we have The Boys season 4 around the corner, so that'll be awesome to talk about. I'll probably want to do a House of the Dragon season 2 stream as well, as a discussion. But yeah, I mean, if I have something to talk about, I'll just want to talk about it, and I'll probably start streaming that way. Ooh, Alien Romulus, huh? Yeah. Do we know when that's supposed to come out? I'm amped for that. I'm amped. But also on the horizon, I want to try to get my buddies Brandon and Brad together. Maybe my buddy Bob, if he has time, to do the rebooted Planet of the Apes franchise type of discussion. Because we're a little bit past the mark to just talk about Kingdom, but I think I'd rather do like a full video discussing everything. Like Rise, Dawn, War, Kingdom, and the future. And then that'd be a good stream, just talk about everything. So I'd rather do that than just talk about Kingdom. And we'll probably spend a lot more time specifically on Kingdom when we do that. We'll see. That's on the horizon. But August 16th, awesome. That's when Alien Romulus comes out. And that's going to be a movie I see probably opening night. And I'm excited for that one. So let's get into it, because I have not the most time in the world, but I have some time to talk Furiosa. Now, I don't know who's seen Furiosa. Sci-Fi, did you get a chance to see Furiosa? And I'll ask you that. Because for me, one, I really like Mad Max Fury Road. Don't get me wrong. I just didn't see it as this like unbelievable movie that people made it out to be. So when I saw it, I was just like, huh. But I haven't really seen it since I was in high school. So it's been a long time. It's been like 7 years. So, I probably haven't seen it since the year it came out. So, and I wanted to try to watch it the other night, but I just didn't have time. Yeah, so you're waiting for streaming. That's cool. It'll be on probably Max in like a couple months. I guarantee it, because it's not doing well. It's not making a lot of money whatsoever. And usually that just means it'll probably just go straight to video on demand, or it'll be on Max in no time. So it's probably the right call. But I have a season pass to the local movie theater by me, so it's like, why not? I only spent like $2, right? So it's like whatever. Speaking of, I got to see No Way Home in the theater last night, so that's why I didn't have a comic adaptations yesterday, because I wanted to watch No Way Home, because such a great going to the theater experience. I loved it when it was out in theaters. And it's one of my favorite Spider-Man movies, so that was awesome to see. Yeah. Anyway, I saw that Sci-Fi, that Godzilla -1 is on Netflix. I never got a chance to see it when it was out in theaters, so I'm going to give it a watch one of these days on Netflix, and I might talk about it. I might try to talk about it at some point. But We'll see. But I hear such good things about that movie, so I need to give it a watch. I've seen clips and it looks so cool. Like I like how slow Godzilla moves because I like that kind of Godzilla. Like I enjoyed the new Kong and Godzilla movie. I didn't think it was great, but I really like Godzilla vs Kong, and I like the Kong Skull Island. King of the Monsters was sick, but the Japanese stuff is like arguably better. Like I really loved Shin Godzilla when that came out. I had to see that in theaters, so that was cool. So a little disappointed I didn't get to see -1 in theaters, but I'll watch it at some point. Now that's on Netflix, I mean I have no reason not to because I really like Godzilla. It's not my favorite thing, but I enjoy it quite a bit. Uh, all right, so Furiosa. Let's finally get into it, right? So again, as I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Fury Road. I like the old movies, specifically Road Warrior. Uh, I love my boy Mel Gibson as Max, but I think Tom Hardy did a great job as Max in Fury Road. And of course, Charlize Theron as Furiosa in that movie was dope too. Nicholas Hoult probably stole the show. Um, but when it comes to this movie, I'd say so. Furiosa, I would say overall, the style was cool, the action was cool. Yeah. So how is the Mad Max movie without Max? So Max, he's in it, but barely. It's just it's like a blink and you'll miss him type of scene. It's really just you'll know it's him based on the jacket he's wearing in his car. It's just him overlooking like a horizon, right? And it's like you don't even see his face, but you just know it's Max. So it's like okay, well he's in it, but it's yeah. I mean, I need Mad Max. I mean, the world is really cool. Like I'm a big fan of what the universe is of Mad Max. I think it's really dope. That's very metal. It's just these like again road warriors and shit like that. It's cool. Um, but to me, you need Mad Max. Like he's great. Furiosa though, I think she's a good character, but I think she just works well on Fury Road because I mean she's just an ultimate side character. But I was cool with learning her backstory. Like I think the whole beginning was honestly probably my favorite part before we even see Anya Taylor Joy as the character when she's younger. She's played by a different actress because I really adore all the our Fury Road and Furiosa set between Road Warrior. I would believe so because at the beginning of Furiosa, she's like 6 years old or something like that, and so yeah, yeah, potentially. That's what I would say. It's definitely in between those. But I don't know the timeline. But I would guess so. But I don't even know. I don't even know what the timeline is for Mad Max. Maybe Beyond Thunderdome is after Fury Road. I don't know. It's I don't claim to be the biggest Mad Max fan. I don't know the universe like Star Wars or Marvel or anything like that. But it's cool. I mean, I think these movies are cool. George Miller is he's such a good filmmaker. He has a specific style. Like that's what I really liked about Furiosa. It's like whenever these action scenes are going on, I'm just like, whoa! It's like all these quick cuts, these zoom ins. It's very entertaining to watch. But I will say, in terms of like a written script, the story is pretty lackluster because I always said the story like it doesn't really have a climax besides dealing with Chris Hemsworth's character. Because the climax is obviously what happens in Fury Road, right? But anyway, so the interceptor car shouldn't be in Fury Road as it was destroyed in Road Warrior. I mean, that's a fair point. And here's the thing, sci-fi. Again, like I went to see Furiosa, and I haven't seen any of these movies in years. So it's like I don't have a lot of that knowledge anymore. So it's cool to like this movie definitely like sparked an interest to get back into this universe again. I want to rewatch all the movies, right? So that was cool about it. And the acting was the best part of the movie, in my opinion. Like the acting and like the action sequences were probably the best part, right? Because Chris Hemsworth went pretty nuclear. I'll say. I think he gave an excellent performance as the villain of this movie. I can't remember what his name is. It's like Hemidius or something like that. I think it starts with an H. his nose always trips me out. I'm like, you still look like Chris Hemsworth, but that nose, that noz is huge. Um, but he was very menacing. But he was also like, I don't want to say regal, but it just his presence was, I don't know, it's just powerful. Whenever he was on screen, he didn't seem like an ultra bad guy, you know, but he wasn't a good guy. Obviously, I can't remember his name, but the main person that Furiosa is with, even within Fury Roads in this movie too, the guy with like the mask on, I can't remember his name. I'm blanking on it. Regardless, oh, that's such a good point, sci-fi. I mean, yes, Chris Hemsworth is a great just action star. He's like, I'll say he's going to be in that realm of like an Arnold Schwarzenegger or Bruce Willis, who are two of my favorite entertainers of all time. Because they're in some of my favorite movies of all time: Terminator, The Last Action Hero, Die Hard. Like all like these guys are in the action movies, right? And Chris is starting to be that role. Like he plays Thor, Furiosa. Um, yeah, he's good. I like Chris. And I think he's a strong actor and he's funny. But he has acting chops. I would say he's becoming one of the more powerful actors within the MCU. Oh, of course. Of course, I'm not going to forget Sylvester Stallone. I think that those are the big three of that era: Arnie, Bruce Willis, and Sly. Right? You got to love those three. All three of those guys are in some of my favorite movies, like Rocky. Come on, Tango and Cash. Okay, and Extraction movies for Chris Hemsworth. Right, that's a good point. I've never seen them, but I hear really good things. I hear very good things, so I want to give those a watch at some point in time. Furiosa. It's just, I can't really explain why I didn't really love it. Because I liked Mad Max Fury Road. I think if I give it another watch, I might love it. Because, again, I haven't seen it in years, and my brain's obviously more developed than it was when I saw it in high school. Yeah, I'll watch them for sure, sci-fi. If that's your recommendation, I'll watch Extraction. But they always looked pretty cool. But again, I haven't seen Fury Road since I was in high school, so like again, my brain interprets things a little bit differently now. So I might be a bigger fan. And again, I always love the Mad Max stuff. I love anytime I see Max on screen because his presence is great. And I love Mel Gibson, and of course Tom Hardy's a great actor too, and he kills it as Max. When it comes to Furiosa, I wouldn't say you need Max to make these movies work, like to make this universe work. But it's not like Star Wars, and it's not going to be like what Dune's probably going to be, where it's like yes, it's a cool universe, very apocalyptic, dope concept, incredibly metal. But I just don't see this being a thing where you can make a ton of movies around. Right, you can see it with Dune and Star Wars clearly, right? But again, like they're probably still going to make another Mad Max movie where you actually bring Max back, and I hope so because I would like to see Tom Hardy return as Max, but who knows? They might even just recast again. Who knows? Who knows? I just don't know how you take what it came out in 2015, or was it 2017? Regardless, it was 7 to 9 years between Fury Road and this movie. And that's such a long process. I'm pretty sure they wanted Charlize Theron at some point to still be Furiosa, but I don't know. And sci-fi, my man, I think I would lose my mind if I see an old man Max and it's Mel Gibson back as Max. I think that'd be so sick. Have like a final ending to the character, like he can die in it. That'd be cool. That'd be so cool. And Mel Gibson, I mean, he looks so good for his age too. I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be really cool indeed. Yeah, I don't really want to dive too heavily into like the contents of the movie because like, I want people to see it because clearly people aren't seeing it based on the box office. But I mean, it's a good movie. There's one character in it who Furiosa is very much like into. It could be a very platonic relationship, but like there might be a love thing there in some way. Or, no matter what, there's respect. And I think this character is the reason why she trusts Max in Fury Road. So that's cool to get like that kind of background. Like Max has to remind Furiosa, or yeah, Max has to remind Furiosa of this character. I think it's something Jack, I believe, or I think I should have looked up the names again because I'm blanking on all of them. But shows how much I love the movie. But I mean, again, it's one of those movies that's like, oh, it's good. Like I'm happy I went to see it in the movie theater. But to me, it's no Dune or Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes this year. I think those movies are like miles better than Furiosa, and people are really loving Furiosa based on like reviews and stuff, right? And it's just it's one of those things that's hard to explain. Like the whole middle, I'm like, what the hell is happening? You know, there's not a lot of there's not a lot of meat to the sandwich. Uh, Again, the action sequences are cool. Like that's the difference here. Like those are within the main for the main part. The main action sequences are towards like the middle of the movie, and they're sick. But besides that, there's just not a lot of substance. Like the script. I mean, I'm like, what are you trying to convey here? You know, it's just like ooh, cool rate or cool car blow up movie with a character who's just set on revenge and finding her way home. And it's like it's fine, but it's just not mind blowing. I'm like George Miller, like you have better things to make, in my opinion. Like James Gunn, grab this dude to do Justice League because he was supposed to at one point, but have him do a Justice League movie within the DCU, and I think that movie would kick ass. I would like him or Peter Jackson to do it. Like that's what I want. That's what I think James Gunn should do instead of him being like, "Oh, I want the Justice League." He can do Superman. That's fine, but when it comes to Justice League, you want a big name director. And George Miller, I think, is a perfect fit for that. He's in that category of like, you know, to me, Peter Jackson, George Miller, I think Sam Raimi is in this category of just like some of the best directors of not I won't say recent years because they've been doing this for a while, but like they're clearly in a different category than like Martin Scorsese or Steven Spielberg. But these are just phenomenal filmmakers that need to do more work. Like Sam Raimi, he hasn't really done that much. He's done Evil Dead, a couple smaller things, Spider-Man, clearly, and the new Doctor Strange. Like again, this guy has a good resume, but like anything he makes, I eat up. But he doesn't make that much stuff. Same with George Miller. I think he has a great vision in his movies. And it's damn good style. And then Peter Jackson's able to make these epics, like Lord of the Rings and King Kong. They're awesome movies. So I just need to see more work from these guys because I mean I think George Miller, I like Happy Feet, but if you're gonna step away from Mad Max, do something a little bit more bombastic than Happy Feet. That's just my opinion. But yeah, sci-fi, I'm kind of with you. There's just too many prequels. That's a good point. I mean, I don't think we really needed a Furiosa movie. It's a fine movie. Would I buy it when it's on digital or on 4K Blu-ray? Probably not. And besides, it's going to probably be on HBO Max. I'll just be able to stream it if I want to. But I don't think it's really a movie that I'm going to want to rewatch. I think it was kind of a one and done type of thing for me, unless I can somehow find a supercut of Furiosa and Mad Max Fury Road. I think that'd be dope. Have the Furiosa scenes be in black and white and have Fury Road be full color. I think that'd be sick. Ugh. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, again, the performances were good. Again, Anya, I think I love her in almost anything. I'd like to see her as Black Cat within the MCU. Her or Sydney Sweeney, clearly. Sydney Sweeney probably looks more the type, but I think Anya is a little bit more of a stronger actress. But I mean, honestly, I think I want Sydney Sweeney more as Black Cat, but I don't have to say. Anyway, I don't know. There's just not much to talk about with this movie because there's not a ton of plot. Like the action sequences are cool. The ending's a little wild based on what they do with Chris Hemsworth's character. I'm not in love with it. It was neat, I guess. I guess. And then they go over like the whole, I think it was the 40-day war, where it's like Chris Hemsworth's character and the dude with the mask. And it's just like it's in a quick like I don't know what the word is here. I don't want to say a slideshow, but it's just like a quick blanking here. But it's just like a bunch of scenes put together, and it's like so quick. It's like a minute scene of this war. I'm like, how about you know, spend less time on Furiosa and honestly, like, do this whole war. I make that the movie. You can have the whole first act be about her whole origin, and then you have the rest be about this war and the eventual downfall of Chris Hemsworth's character and how she winds up at Fury Road's point, right? So I think that's what kind of baffled me the most, because I think that would have been the coolest part of the movie, is to actually see this war. They spent too much time with just stuff that's not, like, there's nothing going on besides some sick action sequences. Because there's one whole sequence, I think it's called the Bullet Forge or Bullets Gorge or something. It's something like that. It's where Chris Hemsworth, like, he obtained this property, and then like it's Furiosa and this dude she's with, like, kind of take it down, and it's a really cool sequence. Like, that's one of the probably the better action sequences of the year. But again, the movie was just okay. It's hard to explain. I wish I could explain it a little better, but it's just like one of those things you have to see, and we could talk about it if you like it and I don't. I like the movie. I'm not. So it's just, that's the thing. I think it's good, but like, it's a movie that I was expecting to be like an 8 or 8.5 out of 10. I think I would give it like a 6.5 or 7. So it's like, it's fine. Just not what I was expecting, you know? Again, when I like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes way more, and I like Dune 2 way more, I mean, it's fine. We have a good year. And we're not even close to done. We still have Aliens, and we have Deadpool. There's so much shit coming out that's going to be epic for us nerds who love sci-fi and fantasy and just epic action adventure, right? But yeah, guys, I think that might do it here for me. Overall, I would say go see the movie so we can get an eventual another Mad Max movie with Mad Max. But if you want to wait for streaming, that's cool too. It's definitely a movie that's awesome to see on the big screen. I'll tell you that. Like, it has unbelievable visuals. But yeah, guys, I think that's really going to do it, because I don't really want to like talk too much about the content, because this movie just came out. And I would like people to see it. But, you know, it's up to you if you want to wait till streaming, because, I mean, it's good. It's good. Go see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes instead, in my opinion. Right, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for The Acolyte. We're going to do our discussion on these first 2 episodes, and I'm excited for it, but I'm being cautious at the same time. My expectations aren't too high, so I might enjoy it quite a bit. So that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, thanks, Sci-Fi. Always good to have you here, man. You have a good rest of your day. Enjoy The Acolyte if you're staying up till 2 a.m. Bye, guys. Like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. What did you think about Furiosa if you did so happen to see it? And yeah. Ooh, I think Harris is editing right now. My man. But yeah, guys, I'll catch y'all very soon. Bye-bye.